best buddies.
Yes.
We met in Cornwallis, went through basic training together, and 32 years ago on the 14th of November, and we've been friends ever since.
Our bond, when you get the basic training, you have to realize, at least I'm speaking for myself at this point, I had never lived away from home. I was 23 years old. I had never flown in a plane. Nobody in my family was in the military. It was something I thought about doing, but it's like, okay, I'm totally taking a leap of faith. I'm going to try something new that my family didn't necessarily approve of or think I would do well in. So, and then I meet Trudi, and then it's like, oh my God, I don't know that I could have gotten through basic training without her, because like she helped me along.
Same with me.
And you know,
moral support, everything around that.
Absolutely, because there was stuff that she was good at that I wasn't good at, and vice versa. By this time, I realized I was gay because I went home for Christmas and I started seeing somebody, and that's when Trudi.
You might as well tell me, because I already know.
She knew before I knew, basically, is what it came down to. So whatever, and I didn't realize that you could get thrown out of the military for being gay. I remember in my questioning when I was being interviewed for the military, I remember him asking me if I had a boyfriend. I said no. He says, "You have a girlfriend?" I'm like, "Pardon?" I was floored about that question. So
see, I don't think I was ever asked that.
Well, anyway, so I was asked a question, and then I remember at the end of Cornwallis, we were going to Kingston. One of the things they said to us is that, you know, and if you're gay, you can get thrown out of the military. And I looked at Trudi and I'm like, I had no idea that could happen.
That's why I find we got through the purge like as well as we did, because we had each other.
Yeah.
And even after that, we could rely on that. Like we could talk to each other about it, right?
Absolutely. But anyway, so we get
Kingston.
We're in Kingston. Things are going well. You were on course. I was on course, and we joined the softball team. Go figure. Bet you're shocked about that. So, anyways, we're playing ball, and
there's a couple of girls there that were in suspended training. Remember?
Yes.
For being gay.
For being gay, and so a lot of the women on the softball team were gay as well. Anyways, it's one of the ones that Trudi was mentioning on suspended training said, "Do you know you girls are being watched?" I said, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, we're like, huh? Watched for what? We're just going on along happily, merrily, doing our thing.
Go to school during the day, go to ball practice at night, hang out with the girls. We're not realizing what's going on. And then we start realizing we can see the K car following us.
Yeah.
Or, we're going to ball practice, we're going to the mess, we're going to wherever. And all of a sudden we realize, holy crap.
100 feet back, if we're walking along and there's a car following us, and like, oh, okay, maybe we are being watched.
And at first we thought there's no way this is going on. And then we realized, holy shit.
We are.
When we realized this was happening, both of us, our studies started to kind of go to
really slip.
Like I was flying through this course because I had recently taken electronics training in Winnipeg back home. So I'm like, okay, and all of a sudden I just can't concentrate. We're not sure what to do. We're sitting in the barracks at night talking. What do we do?
Because lots of people lied.
We find out after the fact
and just denied it. But that never occurred to either one of us to do that.
No, it's just not in me to do that, to live a lie like that.
Right.
So anyway, I ended up going to see the captain.
We elected you because you worked at the Delta Squadron.
I worked at the Delta Squadron, so I went and I spoke to the captain. I had a chat with her for quite a while. And I still remember her saying, "You live in a fishbowl. Don't say anything to anybody else." And I'm like, it didn't dawn on me until only recently when we got to meet a lot of the other women who had been purged, how many had been physically, sexually assaulted. The same thing very easily could have happened to us. And I can't help but wonder if because both of us, we told them we were together as a couple. Which
we've never been. We're just, but now it's just best buddies.
But we told them because we didn't want to get other people involved, because there was quite a few women from the softball team and broomball team. And we thought, you know what, if we're doing this together, because we've done everything together, and we'll just leave it at that. Probably within the week, all of a sudden, I'm at the Delta Squadron.
Was it that fast?
It was fast.
We had made up a story about us being together
Yeah.
and when we got together and what our plans were for the future together, and even right down to, whether we wanted children or not, to try and make it believable.
To make them think that it's just us. That's it.
Yeah.
There's nobody else involved.
Yeah.
So and then within the week, I'd say, then all of a sudden, these two plainclothes gentlemen come into Delta Squadron and say, Private Crevier, come with us. And then in the K car I go. And then they brought into a PMQ, and all of a sudden, I can't for the life of me remember if there was 2 or 3. There was for sure a minimum
There
of
was
2.
minimum 2. Yeah.
Minimum 2. And they
2 that came to get us.
Yes.
Anyways.
So then they start talking to us, or talking to me. Trudi wasn't there. It was just myself.
Interrogating.
Well, they were quote unquote talking to us. We had no idea this was being recorded. Audio tape, videotape. I did not see anything. They never
just sitting just a couple of people having a nice conversation.
That's all it was. And the questions, oh my God, they asked such personal questions. What do you do in bed? That kind of thing. And I'll be honest, I can't remember if it was 20 minutes or 2 hours.
Yeah, agreed. I can't remember either.
Because it was, it's been over 30 years now.
But it doesn't matter. I don't think that we would have remembered.
I think it's just something
we've mentally blocked out.
But I still remember by the time I was finished, God, you just felt like you violated. Yeah. By the time you finished the interview, the interrogation, I just like, holy crap.
That same afternoon, I'm over on the other side of the base at the school chief's office, and the sergeant says, Fontaine, you're wanted at Delta Squadron. So then I go back over, wait upstairs in the break room, and then I'm called out of the break room to go down to the office, and I happen to pass Crev in the hallway, and she says to me, stick to the story.
That's all I told her. That's all I could tell her.
And then they did the same thing to me. Loaded
right
me up
away.
into the K car. I couldn't tell you where even on base that was.
It was just somewhere in the PMQs.
I know it's a PMQ, but I
couldn't tell you.
And the same thing, same questions. And then afterwards, and then I got dropped back off at the squadron headquarters.
Yep.
And then afterwards,
they followed us the whole time we were there. They kept following us. I remember them asking us, who else is gay? Yeah. Would you tell us if anybody else is gay?
Oh, yes, we'll tell you.
Oh, that's we'll tell you. Absolutely. We'll tell you. Bullshit.
I wasn't about to blade any of our mates.
No, no, exactly. So that's basically kind of the gist of what happened. But this happened, I think, April or May, something to that effect. We were stuck on that base till December.
I honestly think that they kept us there to follow us and try to catch other people. And at that point, we stopped hanging out with people.
Yeah, we didn't want anybody else to get in trouble.
So our quality of life was other than the two of us, which was fantastic and so thankful to have each other, our quality of life was, we still played on the broomball team.
Yeah, but
we didn't go out there or do anything.
Well, weekends we were gone. We left the area. Thank God she had her truck. So we would basically go up towards Braceville.
Or my parents' house.
Yeah. But we got away from the base as much as we could. We had to.
And then going home was embarrassing.
Oh,
because you couldn't say why. Well, I know for me, I didn't say why I got out.
I never told them.
Right? So everybody knew how well we were doing. Right? Okay, we passed basic training, flying colors, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, we're home.
And she was second for the, what was the award?
Commandant's Shield.
Commandant's Shield for the top recruit. She came runner up for top recruit. And this is with 120 men.
And I got the physical fitness award for the females.
Yes, you did get the physical fitness award for the females. You did.
After the military, when we got out, we had that common bond of that happening to us. And I don't think we realized at that time how traumatic it was.
Yeah.
Right? But we always had that common thread. And we kept in touch, 32 years later, we're the best of friends still.
And keep in mind, we've never lived in the same city hardly except for these past 2 years.
2018.
Trudi was in North Bay and I was in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I've been seeing a therapist for a while and she brings up so much stuff. I'm like, why do I freak out if my boss is not happy about something? She goes, well, look what happened to you back then.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
It's, and we have very good careers. Like, we're very good at what we do.
We actually work for the same company, coincidentally.
That's only within the last couple of years, but that's another story. But regardless, it's, it's stuff like that. That's just, all of a sudden somebody's upset with you, or, starts questioning, what you're doing in that. And you just flash back. It's like, oh my God.
I did so well in basic training and, physical fitness award and all of this, and was doing so good. And then all of a sudden, out I went. Since then, I've always tried to overachieve.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because I'm thinking I was doing so good then, and I didn't realize I was until I went into therapy. And she said, I'm always overachieving to the point where running myself ragged.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm the same way. If my boss says, "Oh, can you call me? I need to talk to you." I'm thinking, "Oh, here it is. I'm gonna be fired." But all my reviews and everything have been fantastic. But you just can't get that out of your head.
No. Well, the good thing is, come out of this little shit.
Yeah. You shouldn't swear.
Okay. My buddy. There you go. Is that better?
Cut that part.
The other part.